And hello again, everyone. We welcome you once again to Thunder on the River here in Defiance, brought to you by the Three Rivers Racing Association. I want to thank our sponsors for making our broadcast possible. They include Tuvu, Metalink, and Kristen Stanton, attorney at law. Introducing Tuvu, the social media platform designed with your values in mind. Connect with family, friends, and your community in a safe, uplifting environment. Share your moments, support your loved ones, and discover inspiring content every day. With Tuvu, your privacy and peace of mind come first. No ads, no distractions, just pure connection. Join the movement where real relationships matter. Sign up today at tuvu.com and experience social media the way it should be. Tuvu, where you belong. That's tuvu.com. And we're brought to you by Metalink.net, where we've been providing unparalleled internet services since 1996. Serving Northwest Ohio, Northeast Indiana, and Southern Michigan, Metalink offers high-speed internet with no data caps and no price hikes. Enjoy speeds up to 1 gig, perfect for both home and business needs. Discover reliable, unlimited internet connectivity and world-class technical support. Visit Metalink.net or call 888-999-8002 today to learn more about our plans and services. Metalink, connecting your world. And brought to you by Kristen A. Stanton, attorney at law, facing a bankruptcy or family legal challenges in Northwest Ohio. With over 2 decades of experience, Kristen specializes in Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 bankruptcy, as well as divorce and child custody cases. She offers personalized, compassionate legal support to guide you through tough times. Conveniently located here in Defiance, Kristen provides affordable, competitive fees, flexible appointment times. Start your new chapter today by visiting KristenStantonLaw.com or calling 419-784-0200. Kristen A. Stanton, your advocate for a brighter future. So finishing up our practice here before we begin Thunder on the River, I want to thank our media partners for making this possible. You can watch us both at nwohio.live and our new partner at 24 Media. So we thank everyone for joining us throughout the day today here for Thunder on the River. I'm Randy Roberts, flying solo for most of the day. We'll have kind of hopefully a rotating kind of parade of guests may visit the tent here as they come by. So we'll have hopefully a few voices other than mine joining you. Unless you're my mother, I think you'll get tired of hearing me all day long. And that's even questionable. So I believe the final practice is done, so our junior division will be first with the runabouts. Is a possibility. We have heard that there will be two classes combined for this event. But we should be opening with, I believe we will see Tanner Johnson, who's a young man, I believe they said about 9 years old, racing. Also see Shane Kimball, Lizzie Martin as a part of these early classes. Expect to see somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 40 boats and racers in action through the day today. So if you want to make your way down here, we are at the confluence of the Maumee and All-Glaze Rivers here. Beautiful Defiance, downtown Defiance, Ohio. Is racing action tomorrow as well. So those of you maybe watching at home and you want to come check it out, you come right back here. There's plenty of vantage points all over. We're situated here at Kingsbury Park, back behind the pool and the baseball diamond. If you're familiar with Defiance, you probably know exactly where that's at. There are points located at the Fort Defiance grounds and also some vantage points across the river from us. So plenty of ways to be able to watch some of the action. See some boats. We do have the area blocked off. That is kind of open water, so we do see some volunteers kind of keeping everyone clear, and I think they noticed some large pieces making their way towards our race course, so they're going to either wait for it to clear out or maybe dispatch someone to go and pick up the debris. There you see a good shot of that right there on your screen. So this is our third year with you here in Thunder on the River. Remember, I believe the first year we were here for a bit of a dry spell, and the river sat quite a bit lower than it does now, which did not help with the debris. Everything from the bottom of the river was making its way to the top. And last year, a little bit better. It looks like we're in pretty good shape now. And again, they're just going to let whatever they have down the Auglaize, make sure it clears and stays away from the course here at the Maumee River. So while we have a minute, we once again want to thank our sponsors for making our day possible. Introducing Tuvu, the social media platform designed with your values in mind. Connect with family, friends, and your community in a safe, uplifting environment. Share your moments, support your loved ones, and discover inspiring content every day. With Tuvu, your privacy and peace of mind come first. No ads, no distractions, just pure connection. Join the movement where real relationships matter. Sign up today at tuvu.com and experience social media the way it should be. Tuvu, where you belong. Join us at metalink.net, where we've been providing unparalleled internet services since 1996. Serving Northwest Ohio, Northeast Indiana, and Southern Michigan, Metalink offers high-speed internet with no data caps and no price hikes. Enjoy speeds up to 1 gigabyte, perfect for both home and business needs. Discover reliable unlimited internet connectivity and world-class technical support. Visit metalink.net or call 888-999-8002 today to learn more about our plans and services. Metalink, connecting your world. Facing bankruptcy or family legal challenges in Northwest Ohio, Kristen A. Stanton, attorney at law, is here to help. With over 2 decades of experience, Kristen specializes in Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 bankruptcy, as well as divorce and child custody cases. She offers personalized, compassionate legal support to guide you through tough times. Conveniently located in Defiance, Ohio, Kristen provides affordable, competitive fees and flexible appointment times. Start your new chapter today by visiting KristenStantonLaw.com, calling 419-784-0200. Kristen A. Stanton, your advocate for a brighter future. So we see the rescue boats making their way in. Also want to thank Williams Aerial today as well. There will be got the drone out and ready to go. He's been out here since early this morning testing it, so we will have the drone to go along with the great camera shots that our crew will have. So I know that young Nicholas, John are out there working the cameras. We gave Nick the option to either sit next to me or be as far away from possible with the camera, and oddly enough, chose the camera. Defiance Fire and Rescue Department, they'll have their crews out as well. Will be a few changes. Do have some patrol. Hopefully no one's on parole. Be some patrol boats out through the day, and then we'll make some changes. Maybe you get paroled to the patrol boat. I don't know how that works, but as if Jamie Blank hasn't had enough going on with the PA announcing, we're going to send him one table over here. And I know you're familiar with one of those. I know you've
worked with one before. You're right. Great to see you, Randy. Thank you for having us over.
So, Jamie, great to be. This is like so we're telling Ken. Ken was like, well, you might have to talk to Jamie. Ken, you know, Jamie Blank and I go back about 2002-ish. Yeah, it feels that way. So this is like closing up Heart Radiothon all over again, right?
You know it, buddy. Always
last couple hours.
A lot of fun.
Look at that. We even got you in a graphic
look
already.
At that. How does that happen?
Man, that's Ken is fantastic.
You guys are so professional and so wonderful. We're showing out live today online to the whole world.
Well,
this is just great.
We're trying.
Defiance is back on the map. Hot dang. You can't expect it. Yeah, we've been doing this here. This is our third year in a row, Randy, and you guys have done just an excellent job. You know, living on the river and being a river, a living entity, it's not just like a big pond or a fishing lake at all.
No, it's not. That is correct.
And with the weather that we had the past week, it takes about a week for all of the stuff to decide what it's going to do in downtown Defiance, and that is our challenge. That's why we've got the boats out there, little fishing boats you see that are picking up debris or anything else. But even just a stick, a foot long, or just hardly, and it can be very dangerous to any one of the boats because of course, at 50, 60 miles an hour, you hit something like that in one of those little runabouts that weigh, about 200 pounds or whatever.
There's not a lot to it, yeah.
And you could really damage it. So we do have personnel on staff here today from the Defiance Rescue Department, from our fire department, and also they have other people that travel with them on the Torah National Tour, if you will. I understand they head up to Michigan around Kalamazoo next weekend, and it goes all the way through almost to the end of October down into North Carolina with the Nationals, and it is really something to be able to see this. We even have a couple local people, one from Stryker, Ohio. Even I think Tim Johnson is here again.
Yep.
He got his big first win last year, and again, it's tough. These guys are just basically all about the same, and it's a matter of how you get around that corner, and that's where it can be won or lost. Straightaways are just go fast.
Right.
Hit that throttle as fast as you can go and make it happen. But glad to have you guys here today and all that you're doing to help make this possible in Defiance.
So again, we are waiting out a small delay here. I believe I heard on your radio there was some of the volunteers to our left, kind of where the Auglaize meets the Maumee. They noticed some debris kind of floating through, so they were either going to, we can see the boat here, kind of dispatched to check it out, or they're going to wait for it to kind of clear out before we send those boats out. Like you said, there's a lot of expensive parts on those boats, and
absolutely.
I don't know if you want a $1,500 rudder busted on a
you know it
2-ounce stick that'll.
And it can take out a sponson. There's little shark fins, if you will, on each side of the hydroplanes as they're in, just to try to keep that boat straight, because you're running just about on the propeller alone with a tunnel of air that they're flying around there at those speeds, and you hit something like that with the sponson, it can rip it out. We've had a couple accidents over the years. I think we had two the second year that we were here. No one was injured, but the boats were in bad shape as they came out of that, so you never know what's going to happen. This organization, Torah, they go back a long, long ways. Actually, we were here in the 1980s. We were involved with the races for a couple of years they had here and didn't come back. But it goes back even further. I think it was 1954. My neighbor, who an old-timer, was telling me, oh, yeah, we had races way back then, too. And we found actually an old movie, a home movie from seeing one of them, and the boats looked the same.
Really?
And they screamed all the way through. But Defiance is well known. Talking with some of the officials before the race, they say the Defiance race course gives a little bit of a challenge to our drivers, because if you're not out on a big lake where they have super wide turns and giant size, and again, the wind changes here, but usually the water doesn't have big waves or anything like that, so they really like the water, but it's a little bit of a tighter course, so that's why it's so important that to be able to miss. We got about a half mile on both sides, about a mile course running down all the way to Preston Island and making the turns as they come through. But it's neat. They do like to race here in Defiance because of that, and it gives them an opportunity to really hone their skills, if you will. How about these kids on our first race? Is going to be the junior class, I believe.
Right, yeah.
9 and 10-year-olds. Oh, my gosh. My dad would have done that for me. Whoa.
I wasn't allowed to touch the gas pedal on anything.
That's right. I had the
when
7.5
years old.
We had a 7.5 horsepower fishing boat, and we had to have it in before sunset so Grandpa and Dad could go out fishing and out Barton Lake up there in Indiana. But that was always a fun to live on the river. But these people have some really great campers. They travel all over. I think there's over 25 different races they can go to throughout the summer.
Okay.
And again, here in northwestern Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, northern Kentucky is this kind of a region, and there's at least a dozen of those that they can do as well. So we'll see what happens, and cross our fingers as we hope to get underway here any moment with our first class and running.
Yeah, we see the patrol boats kind of making their way around, our rescue boats as well, so I think they're just checking out anything. And again, the big concern that we heard was something floating down the river, and they wanted to it was either too big to pick up, or they just wanted to let it pass through the course before they gave the all clears.
I remember when I was a safety boat driver back in the 80s, it was a catfish. A 55-pound catfish dead floating upside down in the river. We had to fish out for that. So you never know. There's some big ones that are out here. Carp as well are another dangerous type of Maumee alligator, along with the logs that happen sometimes.
And we should mention, and of course, like you said, Jamie, being a mile long, and anyone that's so my background obviously is more with stock cars,
right.
Auto racing, but kind of the same rules apply with a track and a course. As long as this is, what is going on at one end isn't necessarily what's going on at the other end. So there's probably people way down to our right on the other side of the pits going, everything's clean here. What the heck's going on? Where aren't we going? So there's probably a lot. And the communication's been great. I know that's been the thing ever since we've been here. Like you said, this is our third year. We've managed to come here each and every time. And great communication with the Troyer people. And they explain everything that's going on. We hear your radio going off again.
I have to go back to work, it looks like.
Better let you go back to work.
Randy, thank you so much for having me over here. Good luck, and again, we appreciate you guys so much for being here.
Yeah, that seat's open, man, so any time today you want to hop over here,
all right.
we'll get your
do
sponsors
that.
blown away.
As long as it doesn't hit the river, we'll be all right. Thanks. See you later.
See you, Jamie. Thanks. So that is Jamie Blank. He's going to double as the PA announcer and maybe come over and help me out when he can, so... He's got the radio in contact with the race officials, so he is our information guy today as well.
Here in front of us, making sure that it's all clear. We've got a couple people that are going to need to ride back to the starting.
So I think we'll take a quick timeout here while they finish up cleaning some of the debris, and we will come back and hopefully we'll get to some Thunder on the River when we return.
You can see there's 3 boats out there, so they all look like runabouts. This will be the 1 division. In boat number...
It looks like we're just about ready to go here with our first class. It is going to be our junior division. So the corner boats, see the boats in each of the 2 turns. Once they give the green flag, the racers will have 3 minutes. Once that clock is done, they'll have the flying start. They'll have to time it just right to get to the start-finish line, which is to our right, down a little bit of a ways. And then once that clock is 0, then it'll be 3 laps. So the green flag has gone to white, so we're down under a minute. So they'll just kind of mill about. And the boaters want to get to full speed when they come around turn 2, which is the turn they are nearing right now. So we'll get you some names of some of these boaters. Out there we see the 30V, that is Shane Kimball.
Now again, they're trying to time this so they don't cross the line too fast.
He is one of the 3 competing right now. Also have the 32H, which we don't have a name for. 53S, Tanner Johnson. And it looks like we have a clean start, and we are now officially underway with Thunder on the River.
So unofficially, starting out right there. Lizzie Martin beat the boys to the start. Thank you very much. She's in the 60H boat. She is leading the way.
So Lizzie Martin out front early.
We saw Lizzie earlier. We talked. She's about 14 years old. And I think Tanner Johnson.
And again, we want to thank
about the same
Williams Aerial Media. You saw some of the drone shots, and he'll continue to provide those throughout the day. The great looks here on our Thunder on the River. Now, good battle here early on for the lead. So Shane Kimball in the 30V in the battle right there with Lizzie Johnson. So they'll make their way to turn 2 here. Who's able to hug that corner a little bit tighter? Well, they'll come around turn number 2 here to complete our opening lap. As you see these hydros kind of bounce off the top of the water there. Shane Kimball in the 30V out in front early on. comes Tanner Johnson in the 53S. Continuing to stay in the race here, so one lap now complete. They'll come around to the first turn. See, able to clear that just fine. And they'll head back down the backstretch.
Bill Dirk and all of the volunteers from the DDVB for helping us put on our races for today.
So we've been told this is about a half mile each way, so about a 1 mile course here.
And we'll see how long the races go. It all depends on weather and debris. So taking a commanding lead right now in the green boat. Here we go.
Lead beginning to now widen for Shane Kimball in the 30V as he comes around turn number 2. Ease it through there with no problem. That is a sharp-looking boat there in that lime green. He will take off and head right down towards the pits to our right, trying to make up a little bit of ground. Is Lizzie Martin. Lizzie running second, trying that inside, hugging that inside line as far as she can.
She's in the 60H black boat. And Tanner Johnson.
Now Tanner Johnson coming around turn number 2. He'll complete his second lap, so just one to go here in our junior division.
These young kids, 9, 10, 12, 14 years old, all racing today here in downtown Defiance, Ohio.
Now begins our final lap as the leaders will make their way down here.
Looks great. Looks great. Yeah. Looks really good.
Shane Kimball pulling away, very comfortable lead in that 30V.
White flag is up on our judges' boat in the middle, our pontoon there, telling us that they got one more lap to go. This is the final lap.
So he'll ease his way around turn number 2.
Out of the lead right now is the 30V boat.
And coming around here, and he should be picking up the checkered flag just momentarily. Our opening race winner is going to be Shane Kimball in the 30V. So Shane making his way here from Danville, Indiana, will pick up the win. Solid start for Shane Kimball.
Tanner Johnson at turn number 2 for our
followed
first
by
race
Lizzie
here
Martin,
in
and
the
now
JR,
Tanner
the
Johnson coming around turn
Real good. I tell you, it was neck and neck
number
all the way
2,
there to the
and
last
he will wrap up our first event. So the junior class now wrapping up.
Have some official times for you.
So it looks like our Sea Hydro will be coming up next. So we should have, I believe, 4 racers in that event. As you see them making their way off the dock. And that'll be our next event here. Before we get to that, we want to tell you our races today are brought to you by Tuvu. Introducing Tuvu, the social media platform designed with their values in mind. Connect with family, friends, and your community in a safe, uplifting environment. Share your moments, support your loved ones, and discover inspiring content every day. With Tuvu, your privacy and peace of mind come first. No ads, no distractions, just pure connection. Join the movement where real relationships matter. Sign up today at tuvu.com and experience social media the way it should be. Tuvu, where you belong. That's tuvu.com. So it looks like our Sea Hydros making their way in. We see the 8S there. That is Logan Sweeney coming to us from Delaware, Ohio. Should be the 84H. See him making his way in there. That is Will Martin. 151S, another of the competitors there. That is Chris Dyer from North Ridgeville, Ohio. And we should see the 10S. That is the one there. You see the yellow helmet and the young man right there. That is Brian Williams from North Olmsted. So great look there from Williams Aerial Media of the dock. So once they get everyone ready to go. We'll begin our C Hydro. So I believe we'll have the C Hydro followed by the B Hydro, and then we may have a break after that for a patrol boat change, as again they are going to look and see if there's any other debris that possibly needs cleaned up throughout the course. Looks like everyone is going to be good to go.
All right, folks, it is official the way that we saw them running in our first division. Number one place.
Looks like everything cleaned up.
Division. We had Shane Kimball from Danville, Illinois.
Thunder on the River also brought to you by Metalink.net, where we've been providing unparalleled internet services since 1996. Serving Northwest Ohio, Northeast Indiana, and Southern Michigan, Metalink offers high-speed internet with no data caps and no price hikes. Enjoy speeds up to 1 gigabyte, perfect for both home and business needs. Discover reliable, unlimited internet connectivity, world-class technical support. Visit Metalink.net. Call 888-999-8002 today to learn more about our plans and services. Metalink, connecting your world. So we see the 4 boaters from our C Hydro now making their way out onto the race course. So they get the green flag here in turn 2 that we see is up. So I do believe the 3-minute clock has now begun. So they'll just mill around. You want to get to full speed, but the idea is to time it just right, where you cross the start-finish line as the clock hits 0, and that will begin what will be the 3-lap race.
This will be C Hydro. The green flag has gone up. They have less than now 3 minutes before the running start, and we will watch as they go.
So all 4 of them ready to go.
Flying start finish line all at the same time, but not before that flag changes.
They don't necessarily have to make full laps, so
60 seconds, folks.
green flag's been replaced by the white, so you know we're under a minute. See there, Logan Sweeney in the 8S. You want to time it where you are crossing the line, so they will come back around here. They will cut short, come back to our way to turn 2, and they want to have that right at the start-finish line when they get to 0.
North Olmsted, Ohio, in the 10S.
So our racers coming around turn number 2 once again. Logan Sweeney in the 8S, Will Martin in the 84H, Chris Dyer in the 151S, Brian Williams in the 10S. That's our 4. They are ready to go. They're about 4. They were 4 wide, and it looks like they're going to have what appears to be a clean start. We'll hear more on the radio in case they don't, but we are underway with our C Hydros.
Anything else official? We'll wait until the end of the 3 laps and see how they come turning down.
Good look here. They'll fan out through turn number 1.
We have another chance coming up here.
And they'll head down what is known as the backstretch, and they'll make their way here. Turn number 2. So you go flat out through the backstretch. It's a technical race to come through the tight corner. That's exactly what we'll see here as they'll maneuver around this no problem. And it's Logan Sweeney from Delaware, Ohio, out in front early on in the 8S. Good battle for second. Brian Williams in the 10S, holding off the 151 of Chris Dyer. And it looks like some engine issues. Will Martin in the 84H, and it looks like he might going to have to pull this one off. So unfortunate start for Will Martin in the 84H. So that's 1 lap complete. You just heard our PA announcer Jamie Blank mention it. Still 2 to go, so each race will consist of 3 laps. So it looks like we're going to go down to 3 boaters, but this one now, Logan Sweeney, continuing to add to his lead as he'll make his way through turn number 2. He'll just ease his way around and head down the back stretch. Now make his way back on the front stretch back towards the start-finish line. Good battle going on for second right now. Brian Williams there running second, that 10S. Momentarily like he might have been having some issues, but looks like he's ready to go. White flags put up everywhere, so now it's just one lap left to go in our C Hydro class.
That's what the white flag is indicating at this time.
C Hydros around.
It doesn't take much time.
Turn number 1 back towards us, located near turn number 2. And again, it is Logan Sweeney who has put on a clinic here since the start. And he's worked his way around that second turn. He'll make his way down the front stretch near the start-finish line. And it looks like Logan Sweeney in the 8S will win our C Hydro race. Brian Williams will take second right now. We'll get official word momentarily. And Chris Dyer will come home in third. So that looks like that's going to wrap up the C Hydros. So we do have a B Hydros coming up here. Our B Hydro should be next. So the B Hydros will follow.
The course is now closed, and that all boats should return back to the pit area.
B Hydros will have 3 competitors. So we'll see Sean Klein in our B Hydros, which should be coming up momentarily. So Sean Klein making his way here from Oil City, Pennsylvania in the 145P. Also see Shauna Kalassi from in the 109S, and Carissa Mitchell from Columbus in the 44S. Those will be the next 3 competitors in our B Hydro.
The lead was number 3. We'll wait for official here.
Once we get through our B Hydro, then we will take a few moments here. I believe after the B Hydros will be a patrol boat change. I don't know why I got parole. Am I on parole? I've been let out to come do this. I don't know why, but patrol boats. Obviously not parole boats. So after our next event, which is the B Hydro, then I believe, if the information I got from Mr. Blank to my right is correct, there'll be a patrol boat change. So while they gear up for that, we want to tell you, are you facing bankruptcy or facing family legal challenges in Northwest Ohio? Kristen A. Stanton, attorney at law, is here to help. With over 2 decades of experience, Kristen specializes in Chapter 7, Chapter 13 bankruptcy, as well as divorce and child custody cases. She offers personalized, compassionate legal support to guide you through tough times. Conveniently located in Defiance, Ohio, Kristen provides affordable, competitive fees and flexible appointment times. Start your new chapter today by visiting KristenStantonLaw.com, calling 419-784-0200. Kristen A. Stanton, your advocate for a brighter future. So you can hear
at the ending in first place. It was Logan Sweeney from Delaware, Ohio in boat 8S. Second place, Brian Williams.
Looks like the all clear from both the previous race, and we've gotten the all clear that our course is debris free, so we should be seeing our B Hydros making their way out momentarily. And again, we'll have 3 competing in this class. So we want to again just thank everyone for joining us. Multiple ways that you've been able to take in the action here in Thunder on the River, watching us through the NWOhio.live, you're through our website or our YouTube channel, and of course our partnership now with the 24 Media. So I want to thank Rob Patz for putting that together, and Abundant TV. So plenty of different ways to check in Thunder on the River. Got off to a little bit of a rough start, had a small delay that we had to deal with as there was a little bit of debris coming through just as we were about ready to begin, pushed the start back about 15 minutes or so. And I want to thank Jamie Blank came over about 10 feet from his spot next to us as the PA announcer, and he's got the ears of the Trora,
they're all Amato, or Japanese engines, Amato 80s. These are just a little
officials, so he was able to explain what the holdup was this morning. And now that that's been cleared out, it looks like we have been ready to go.
We'll be having out onto the water today from Oil City, Pennsylvania, Sean Klein. That's at 145.
So again, here on the radio, that's
also boat number 109.
3 competitors in our B Hydro should be making their way out. Green flags are up, so 3-minute clock should be beginning. Do hear one of the first engines firing. So our B Hydros again, Sean Klein. That'll be 145P. Shauna Callacy in the 109S, and Carissa Mitchell in 44S. So those will be the 3 competitors here in our B Hydros. Those are the little dots that you can see. Camera's doing a great job following the action there. They're going to make their way near us at turn 2, and not necessarily during this 3-minute warm-up do they have to complete full laps. The goal and the idea is to be at the start-finish line when your warm-up clock hits 0. So white flag's gone up near us in turn number 2. That means that we are now within a minute from starting, so they will turn it up just a little bit, apply a little bit more pressure to that, what we call the gas pedal, the lever. Forgive me, those that don't know me and my background in racing. Mine is more with the cars, you know, the 4 wheels on dirt. So the water is a part of my kind of racing, but that's the stuff we put on top of the dirt to keep it from clumping up. So appreciate everyone allowing me to come out and announce this for a 3rd year in a row, as our boaters and our racers look like they're ready to go. They're going to make their way to the start-finish line. You have to time it just right. You can't get penalized if you do make it to that start-finish line before the clock hits 0. Do get penalized, but it looks like we are ready to go. So the first lap now underway here in our B Hydros.
We'll see if she jumped the gun with the coming around at the end. It looked like it was really close.
So we'll see as they come down here.
Stretching it out now.
Good battle for second early on.
Those Amato engines, all 3 the same.
But that is
Depends on yours.
Carissa Mitchell in the 44S out in front early.
That corner, try to stay out of the wake.
And that Hydro making her way around. Good battle. Is hugging that inside. It's the 145P Sean Klein. Klein taking that inside look, trying to cut into that lead of Mitchell. Oh, now problems.
Now we got a driver out of the boat.
As we had a driver make her way out.
Safety boats, please.
And we'll need the safety boats here. Shauna Callacy, the 109S. And it looks like they're going to hold off everything here. The red flag's out, so they will stop competition.
We've got coming from the Maumee River, our safety boat. Right, pick up our driver out of the
So
water.
they have called off the rest of the race with the driver out. No, they have not.
They'll be ready to go. We're gonna
I
get the
don't know
driver
what's
right
going.
now.
We're getting
1 second.
all sorts of word here.
Well, always a little excitement here in downtown Defiance, under on the river. Not only do you make the turn fast, you gotta hang on too. So that's all right. You never know, it takes just a little bit, and you can go flying like they did right here in front of us.
So it looks like Shauna able to get a little bit of assistance, but able to make her way onto the safety boat there. So good to see that Shauna is okay.
Okay.
Nice round of applause for both her and the
at this time. Patrol boat changes.
Defiance Rescue taking care of that.
Let us know at this time how it's going to roll. All right.
So now it looks like the
coming your way in just a few.
hook
Special
going
thanks to
on
our
for the
sponsors.
boat
Peter
of
Huffey,
Shauna Kalassi.
Potato Tornado is open for your service. Also, the
So
Boy
while
Scouts
they
have beverages if you're
take
thirsty.
care of that final boat, we'll step aside here and take a break and come back with some more action from Thunder on the River when we return. And we welcome back to Thunder on the River. So you saw the first heats of our
For the finals later on.
junior
We have
class,
tomorrow right here at the same time.
or our J roundabout, our C hydro and B hydro, and now we will be ready for heat number 2. So we will see the same 3 classes back in action again, and then I do believe we will be in line for a patrol boat change following that, and then we will get to some of our
was the third place
higher stock classes.
and second place was Lizzie Martin in the 60.
So we see our
So that will be our next heat, and we will run from there. I do believe there might be a
J runabouts out there right now. Again, Tanner Johnson in the 53S, Shane Kimball in the 30V, and Lizzie Martin out there as well. We'll try to get a number with Lizzie.
Here goes the white flag, folks. That's 1
So
minute
down
to go.
inside of a minute to go before we start our JR Heat number 2. So Shane Kimball first. Now he's going to cut this a little short. Again, the goal is to be at the start-finish line when it gets 2-0. So there is Lizzie Martin,
Boat is
32H.
in the black boat, Lizzie Martin in boat 60, and Tanner Johnson in the 53S.
So our racers
30V closing in.
trying to time this to the line.
Let's see what happens.
And it looks like we are ready to begin our junior class heat
That's
number 2.
Tanner Johnson. And down towards turn number 1. Remember again, it is
Making
3
their
laps
way
for
through
each
to
of our
turn
racers.
number 1 right now.
Here in the second heat of our
You'll see him down the back stretch and head our way. Good battle early on there.
are normally there. We have a receiver
Good look as the top 2
set up the same.
run fairly close.
9 to 14 years old out there. I believe Lizzie is the oldest one, Lizzie Martin. She's in the 60 black boat. Looks like we got neck and neck coming into the turn here. The leading slightly. It looks like Shane Kimball plays first team on the outside.
So that wind's decided to pick up. You see what it does to some of the boats.
Come around those
That water begins to get a little choppy out there.
Trying to keep that turn looking good, trying to keep out of the other guy's
Good
way.
battle
Going
through
wide.
turn number 2.
She's got taken over. Lizzie's got the lead. Lizzie Martin
Making the wide turn around turn number 2. Shane Kimball in the 30V. It opens the door for Lizzie Martin in the 32H. Here comes Tanner Johnson in the 53S, trying to get a part of that battle as well. As leaders down completes another lap. They'll now head through turn number 1. Course is so long, it might be completely different conditions down the other end of the racetrack. Also gets eerily quiet in our position when the racers are down on the other end of the course. Now you'll hear them and see them as they come back towards us located just off turn number 2 on the front stretch.
On the outside. Looks like in the lead right now.
Still a good battle there.
As Sean Kimball. Remember, he won the first race that we had in that heat. Here's our
Shane
second
Kimball
heat.
still in that battle with Lizzie Martin.
Three buoys. We're on the second turn right
See how well these two can handle the buoys in turn number 2. You don't want to be running single file. You get behind and into the wake of that boater. That will cause some problems. Nice job. Shane Kimball pulls out just a little bit in front of Lizzie Martin. Tanner Johnson staying in that battle as well in that 53S.
Come back around. Tanner Johnson. That's our second lap of 3 laps to go.
It's down to the final lap here of our second heat in our JR class.
White flag is up, meaning this is the third and
So
final
leaders
lap
making
as
their
they
way
go
around. You
across the
see
finish
the
line as they make the turns up both ways.
patrol boats
The end
and
of
the
this heat.
other
This is the junior runabout class.
boats with the white flag here as we run down the laps in our JR class.
It looks like one of the runabouts is doing okay now. Yep, there he is. He's okay. Just like Tanner Johnson, we were just kind of listening to see if he's had some motor problems, but he's doing all right. Here we go, officially in the lead in the green boat. There
The
he
youngsters
is.
coming around one more time. Shane Kimball in the 30V.
30 boat, 30V, the boat in green. He's taking her away.
Trying to get around, and now losing a little bit of control. Lizzie Martin looks like she's going to take that in, having some issues. Coming around, and it looks like picking up the win will be Shane Kimball in the 30V.
Tanner making the turn.
So now Tanner Johnson, 53S coming around.
Oh, we do have a problem on the runabout. He did lose his engine. We will get a boat out there to try.
Clean turn there, and Tanner Johnson will bring it home. Looks like in second place. So tough break for Lizzie Martin.
Making that turn, so they're
Looks
coming
like
in
might have
bigger up and-
early word is lost the
So that's
engine,
our second heat.
making her way around that turn. So we'll see
Course is now closed.
some
That's what we see
patrol
the
taking a
black
look
flag
here,
with the
make
red
sure
flag.
everything is okay.
And
So
all drivers should return
they
to the
will
pit
close
area
the course
at this time.
before we send our sea hydros out for their second heat. So
Place the second one for Shane Kimball
good
unofficially here.
good run there as Shane Kimball picks up the heat win, the second heat for our junior class.
Congratulations to him.
So while we have a moment, we want to tell you about Tuvu, the social media platform designed with your values in mind. Connect with family, friends, and your community in a safe, uplifting environment. Share your moments, support your loved ones, and discover inspiring content every day. With Tuvu, your privacy and peace of mind come first. No ads, no distractions, just pure connection. Join the movement where real relationships matter. Sign up today at tuvu.com and experience social media the way it should be. Tuvu, where you belong. That's tuvu.com. And we couldn't make any of this possible without our friends at Metalink. Join us at metalink.net, where we've been providing unparalleled internet services since 1996. Serving Northwest Ohio, Northeast Indiana, and Southern Michigan, Metalink offers high-speed internet with no data caps and no price hikes. Enjoy speeds up to 1 gigabyte, perfect for both home and business needs. Discover reliable, unlimited internet connectivity and world-class technical support. Visit metalink.net or call 888-999-8002 today to learn more about our plans and services. Metalink, connecting your world. And facing bankruptcy or family legal challenges in Northwest Ohio, Kristen A. Stanton, attorney at law, is here to help. With over 2 decades of experience, Kristen specializes in Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 of bankruptcy, as well as divorce and child custody cases. She offers personalized, compassionate legal support to guide you through tough times. Conveniently located in Defiance, Ohio, Kristen provides affordable, competitive fees and flexible appointment times. Start your new chapter today by visiting KristenStantonLaw.com, calling 419-784-0200. Kristen A. Stanton, your advocate for a brighter future. So looks like continuing to clean up, make sure everything is okay, both the boat and the course out there. As it looks like Lizzie Martin making her way back to the shore. So while they continue to get her boat in and we send the Sea Hydros out, we'll take a quick time out here as you're watching Thunder on the River on NWOhio.live, 24 Media. And it looks like heat number 2 for our Sea Hydros will begin here shortly. So the green flags are up. So the 3-minute clock has now begun. So we saw 4 competitors start our Sea Hydros. Ended up, I believe, with 3 at the conclusion here. So Logan Sweeney will be in the 8, Will Martin in the 84, Chris Dyer in the 151, Brian Williams in the 10. So 3 of these competitors coming here in Ohio. Logan Sweeney coming from Delaware, Chris Dyer from North Ridgeville, and Brian Williams from North Olmsted. So should see everyone will be good to go.
Here goes the white flag is going up now. That means it's 1 minute to go. We hit the green. White flag, please.
Looks like they're ready to go from the green to the white. So the switch from the green flag to the white flag means less than a minute. As you see our 4 competitors here trying to time this just right with the flying start. That is the most important start, is that start. So the good point made there by our PA announcer, Jamie Blake. The racers do see a clock. There is a countdown clock pointed out off the dock where they send their boats into that points out towards the racing surface. And everyone is able to keep an eye on that. And they're going to have a good start. And it looks like Sea Hydros underway. And a good start, Will Martin in the 84H, trying to take the early start. So one of the more competitive early heats we had in the first set of heats here. So everyone will run 2 heats, and then we do believe following the conclusion of our B Hydro heat, we will then have a patrol boat change.
Watch the corner. This is where they can lose it if you don't make that corner just right. Trying to stay out of the man wake, if you will. Watch it take a little bit on the line.
Guys coming out of turn 2 right now. Good early run for the opening lap. Logan Sweeney and that 8 out in front early. Chris Dyer in the 151 right there with Will Martin in the 84. In third, Brian Williams not that far behind as well in the 10. So all 4 of them running right there.
I'm just glad there's no debris along the south side right now. Got some guys really working hard to keep her clean for you. Around lap number 2 of a 3-lap race.
Already coming around turn number 1, heading back towards us, and we see the 4 racers beginning to spread out a little bit. Toughest job in that second place, staying out of the wake, staying out of the spray of your leaders. They continue out of turn number 2. That battle heating up. Logan Sweeney still able to hold off Chris Dyer in the 151. See how that plays out as the 2 head for their final lap. As they head towards turn number 1.
This is the Sea Hydro Class race.
Leaders already around turn number 1.
They've got 1 lap to go. It's getting a little choppy out there, but the wind seems to be hanging okay. And this is where it can get a little hairy if you have that many boat turns.
Final lap ready to go, and we'll see what's in store. This good battle for the lead. This might be the most competitive heat we've had so far in the afternoon. It's coming around the second turn. Looks like Logan Sweeney in that 8S is going to hold off the 151 of Chris Dyer. So he'll come around and pick up the win in our B Hydro Heat number 2.
Number 10S will be Brian Williams.
So do believe that we'll have just one more quick heat for you before we get to a change in the patrol boats.
C-Class here in Defiance on Thunder on the River. Flag indicates now the course is
So the C's now done, and that will turn things over to our B Hydros. Remember the first heat we had some issues with, I believe it was Shauna Callacy, had problems, actually came out of her boat, and a good reason why we have the rescue and patrol boats out there. So hopefully everything is taken care of in that machine and she'll be good to go. So while they take care of all that, I think we will step aside and take a quick break here. We'll come back in a minute. We continue with Thunder on the River. So I believe our B Hydros will be the last race before we do get a quick change with the patrol boats here. We will try to confirm that the best that we can. So once again, 3 competitors will be this B Hydro Heat number 2. We'll see Sean Klein in the 145, Shauna Callacy in the 109, Carissa Mitchell in the 44. Shauna had some issues, fell out of her boat coming out around right around turn number 2 here, right near us. So we'll see if everything's ready to go. So white flag's already been shown to our competitors, so less than a minute remains on the countdown clock by the dock to send their boats into the river. So the goal, we've mentioned it a few times, to be at the start-finish line when it hits 0. You don't want to jump it any sooner. Is a penalty if you do jump the start. But ideally, you want to be there as the clock hits 0. So our 3 coming around. And it looks like they're getting that just right. So Chris Mitchell in the 44 take the early start, and then Sean Klein. And it looks like Shauna Callacy in the 109.
That was a real close start. We're going to have to wait and see. They'll run back for the start. Make sure if she went too fast across that start-finish line. And it looks like it'll be a photo finish. Right now, our
just heard the word there from Jamie Blank, PA announcer here for Thunder on the River. They're going to have to review the start for Carissa Mitchell. Did she get to the line and start before the clock hit 0?
out in front.
Right now, she got a pretty comfortable lead as she comes around turn number 2. Good battle, maybe shaping up for the lead here. He's trying to hug that inside line. Sean Klein in 145.
Checking in number 2, Shauna Klein.
Shauna Callacy
From Oil City, Pennsylvania.
to nurse that
Around the corner.
109 around the second turn, head down our front stretch.
Looking back to speed. And again, it's all out. On those straightaways. Look at it go right into it.
Looks like everything okay there, so the leaders
But it does look pretty good.
complete
Might be
their
okay.
opening lap. So we'll get an official word here at the conclusion of this heat whether or not that start was jumped. If it was, it wasn't by much.
Still in the lead.
They continue here to complete lap number 2 with Carissa Mitchell in that 44.
Taking the turn number 2 right now.
Carissa making her way here from Columbus pulling away just a little bit from Sean Klein in the 145.
Here on that corner.
Now Klein able to hang tight to that inside, cuts into that lead a little bit. Where Mitchell's able to pull away is on the back stretch and front stretch. He's got some more speed coming out of the turns. But Klein able to hold tight, working that inside line. So the leaders now will head out again. So just about ready for our final lap here in our B Hydros. So once all three competitors are on their final lap, you see the flag change now to the white. Just in time as the leaders come around and come to turn number 2 once again. We'll see if Sean Klein can cut into that lead. He's had the advantage through the corner, trying to cut into it again, trying to stay out of the wake of the 44, Carissa Mitchell, but it looks like Mitchell's going to hold on. And Carissa Mitchell from Columbus, barring a penalty, will pick up Heat 2 win. We will hold on momentarily and get the official word. So it looks like the start is okay. So Carissa Mitchell in the 44 from Columbus will win Heat 2 of our B Hydro. So that should lead now to a patrol boat change. So while they take care of the change here, as you see the 109 now finishing up. So
we'll take a slight pause as we get the judges.
We will finish up.
Off of the boats, black flag goes up, officially closing the course at this time.
So patrol boats will now have a change, I believe, of personnel. So we will take a slight break here while they handle that, and we will have more as we continue with our coverage of Thunder on the River.
24 Media and S Hydro.
Well, we thank everyone for sticking with us. A little bit of a delay. They made some personnel changes to some of the patrol boats. Some of the volunteers jumped out. Some new ones jumped in. While that was going on, was a little bit of debris that made its way onto the race course that needed to be cleaned up as well. So we are back with you now with our second half of our Thunder on the River here. So I have a few more heats for you, and I believe there's going to be at least one more patrol boat change yet before we finish up the rest of the action later on this evening. So our A stocks and our A hydros making their way onto the course now.
Hi, I'm Jamie Blank, your announcer.
So Andrew Basic, you saw him give a wave to everyone coming by. In the 121, he's going to be one of the competitors, so we actually had to combine a couple classes due just to the lack of racers. So even putting two classes together, I believe we're only going to have about 3 competing. So again, the green flag is up. Here comes another one of those competitors. This is Elliot Allen in the 52, coming to us from Lake Odessa in Michigan. So green flag still up here in turn 2. So our racers given the green flag. That means the course is available for them to head out. And they will get 3 minutes, and then they will get a white flag. It means that timer will be down inside of 1 minute.
Stock division at A standard, I should say. So
and then once that clock hits 0, we will be at full speed.
Our class. These are different classes for each one. We'll see how they come back around. Remember when the white
is our A stock. So there's the white. So just about ready to go here. Just under a minute before we begin.
That's the number 121 boat.
Our A stock.
So we will have one winner of this heat of the three, even though they are different classes.
So guys getting ready to go. So it looks like Andrew Basic, Elliot Allen be the two going here in our A stock.
We got one boat that is going down in the start area. They've got a patrol boat going over to help them. You see it right about across from the landing. We got our two boats now turning around on this corner. We are 1 minute away from the start.
So do have a good shot there with our crew. You see one with a little bit of an issue, so we may see if this start is going to go. Are we going to go ahead and start? Looks like they're going to. They will get the other boat out of the way the best they can.
As long as they're clear down there, they have not canceled this race or postponed. It looks like we're still going. Still under 3 minutes before the flying race. The boaters can see a clock out on the river. Real close to where they put their boats in. They're at the launch ramp on the east side of our.
Looks like our A stock's now underway here, completing the first lap. So Elliot Allen from Lake Odessa, Michigan, out in front. So Andrew Basic trying to reel him in. He's in the blue machine running in second. See the little bit of a hydroplane, and see it kind of bounce on that top part of the river, trying to catch up to your leader, who's Elliot Allen in that 52.
Basic and Elliot Allen from Lake Odessa, Michigan, is in the 52 boat. So those will be the two that'll start. We get a white flag in just a moment or so. Remember, each race is a 3-lap race, and whoever does best time and so forth, they will be doing a
heading back our way once again. See them down the backstretch. I believe that is Lizzie Martin who is the problems as we start heat one of our A stocks.
It's like from here. That's really flying, folks, on the river. We're only inches away from the top. It is an amazing sight to see.
Just cruising around, a comfortable lead is Elliot Allen. As the white flag is up, just one lap left to go here in our first A stock heat.
21 boat, Andrew Basic.
Over here by us in turn 2, picking up a little debris, is another one. Turn 1 looks like he's going to need a tow back, so that will be the reason why we are under a little bit of a delay. So the delay gives us the chance to introduce Tuvu, the social media platform designed with your values in mind. Connect with family, friends, and your community in a safe, uplifting environment. Share your moments, support your loved ones, discover inspiring content every day. With Tuvu, your privacy and peace of mind come first. No ads, no distractions, just pure connection. Join the movement where real relationships matter. Sign up today, tuvu.com, and experience social media the way it should be. Tuvu, where you belong. That's tuvu.com. So, looks like they have called off the rest of the A stocks, so we're going to move right along to our, looks like 20 super stock hydros will be up next. So we've seen some of these competitors in action earlier. So Will Martin will be one of those in the 84. Sean Acalisi in the 109, Chris Dyer in the 151, and Sean Klein in the 145 will be the next with the 20 super stocks.
One of the boats in the AX stalled and had problems out in the middle of the river.
So it looks like those will begin to make their way on. That gives us the opportunity to tell you that you should join Metalink.net. They've been providing unparalleled internet services since 1996. Serving Northwest Ohio, Northeast Indiana, and Southern Michigan, Metalink offers high-speed internet with no data caps and no price hikes. Enjoy speeds up to 1 gigabyte, perfect for both home and business needs. Discover reliable, unlimited internet.
Just a moment.
That is unlimited internet connectivity and world-class technical support. Visit Metalink.net or call 888-999-8002 today to learn more about our plans and services. Metalink, connecting your world. I want to thank everyone for joining us here, both on NWOhio.live, 24 Media, and Abundant TV. So, however, checking out Thunder on the River, we want to thank you for being with us. Third time that our crew has been here. Third time that they've been here back at the Maumee River here in downtown Defiance. PA announcer Jamie Blank told me earlier that they choose the Maumee over the Auglaize because it's prettier and cleaner. Who wants to live on the Auglaize side of it? So it looks like our competitors still trying to make their way in.
Let's get a little release from the sun out there right now.
Getting ready to go for our 20 Super Stocks. That's the 20 Super Stock Hydro will be again the next class. Hey, facing bankruptcy or family legal challenges in Northwest Ohio? Kristen A. Stanton, attorney at law, is here to help. With over 2 decades of experience, Kristen specializes in Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 in bankruptcy, as well as divorce and child custody cases. She offers personalized, compassionate legal support to guide you through tough times. Conveniently located here in Defiance, Ohio, Kristen provides affordable, competitive fees and flexible appointment times. Start your new chapter today by visiting KristenStantonLaw.com or call our office 419-784-0200. Kristen A. Stanton, your advocate for a brighter future.
This class have a chance to go. We're going to be going to the 20 Superstock Hydro SS.
So once again, the 20 Superstock Hydros are next. Looks like it might be a little bit more cleanup. So while they take care some of the cleanup on the race course before those 20 Superstock Hydros head out onto the water, we'll take a break here. We'll have more when we return as you're watching Thunder on the River. 3-minute clock now underway for our 20 Superstock Hydros. Again, we are expecting to see 4 of them in action here. Will Martin in the 84, Shauna Callacy in the 109, Chris Dyer in 151, and Sean Klein in 145. So they are getting lined up for the flying start. We've mentioned it a few times throughout the day. So when the green flag, and you saw the switch to white, it indicates that the time clock, which the racers can see, is under 60 seconds. The idea is to be at the start-finish line at 0 when they start, and they'll be good to go. You don't want to get there any sooner than that. It will be a penalty.
There he goes. It caught now. Looking good. We got the white flag, less than 60 seconds.
So everyone's ready to go, trying to time this just right.
20 SS8. We don't have the black flag this one for a reason. There's a problem down at the,
now we're getting word that there is a black flag out, so it might be some.
Got a boat in the wrong place down there.
So we got an extra boat, someone in the wrong place.
Black flag it. Black flag it.
So
the drivers are really in their groove and don't see it. as they go. But it looks
They
like
have
all caught
waved
the
off the start of our
position, and they do not
20
let that
Super Stock Hydro here.
Again, you just never know what's going to happen with a race.
So it looks like a quick change has been made, so we're going to switch here to the Formula E's, which we're due up next. So we are going to change things on the fly. So our Formula E's, or the 850s, will be up next here. So we will see Jason Dirksen from Waterloo, Indiana in the 30, Josh Kimball from Danville, Indiana in the 32, and Travis Rice in the 66. So we're going to go to the F class, I believe, E Hydros. Also known, from what they tell us, as the 850s.
Of the event, John Adkins, our sound guy today, the Defiance Downtown Visitors Bureau, Kirsty Mack, World of Waste Control, also Black
So great shot there provided by Williams Aerial Media. You can see the racers off the boat launch ready to go. And that place has been a very, very busy day throughout the afternoon.
Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
So they send a group out, and they'll also try to get the next one staged so they can be ready to go.
As well as Williams Aerial Video and our friends over here at NWOhio.live, streaming live at this time at 24 Media.
Looks like we do have that
There we go.
first one ready to go.
We're here screaming already. You go to the E Hydrogen Division.
Looks like our E-Hydros, yeah, they brought some of that cooler breezes. Green flag is up here on our end, so I believe the 3-minute clock has now begun. First one out there, you see Jason Dirksen in the 30. Flag up, ready to go. And it looks like the full field running behind them. Now, white flag up, so we will begin in less than 60 seconds. Wide turn off of turn number 2 here to our left, trying to get that timed up just right. Looks like that is Travis Rice in the 66. And the start finish line, looks like we are underway with our 850s, or our F-Class Hydros. So good start, and we'll head to us in turn number 2. Great early battle here through the turn. This one's going to be side by side, able to use that inside hug and tight to the corner. Was Josh Kimball in the 32. Kimball in the 30, Travis Rice in the 66, following behind.
66. 66, P is Travis Rice.
Now they'll come out of turn 1, head back down the back stretch again. What was a tight battle for the lead, a stretched out a little bit. It's now making a little bit of a wider turn. Trying to keep some of that speed is Josh Kimball in the 32. Here it goes. Travis Rice in the 66 following up behind. So here comes Rice now. They'll come around for one more lap as they're already around turn number one and down the back stretch.
And Josh Kimball from Danville, Indiana, in first place.
Kimball leads the way here in this 32. Great look. That boat right there coming your way through turn number two. As Kimball's going to have this thing powered up. Hearing some of the engine screams. That's going to be louder. And coming down, and it looks like Kimball's going to score the win here in our 850s, or the F modified, or F Hydro, excuse me. So coming around here will be Travis Rice. So that complete, we're now going to go back to our 20 Super Stock Hydros.
Josh Kimball, Danville, Indiana, in boat 38. Second place, Travis Rice, Lake Franklin, Pennsylvania. And out of the run, Jason Dirksen, also out of the last place.
Looks like needing a tow is the 30 there you see of Jason Dirksen. Trying to get his attention
Those
there.
are the loud ones. That's the fastest races that we will probably see yet today, folks. And they get very excited.
So,
You saw them really
what the high-speed boats look like there. It's a great job as you see the 30 getting a little bit of help. So we do now wrap up the first heat with our 20 Super Stock Hydros. But before we get to them, we want you to introduce TuVu, the social media platform designed with your values in mind. Connect with family, friends, and your community in a safe, uplifting environment. Share your moments, support your loved ones, and discover inspiring content every day. With TuVu, your privacy and peace of mind come first. No ads, no distractions, just pure connection. Join the movement where real relationships matter. Sign up today, TuVu.com, and experience social media the way it should be. TuVu, where you belong. That's TuVu.com. So it looks like now they're going to take this time, clean up a little bit of debris that's floated its way onto the race course. Join us at Metalink.net, where we've been providing unparalleled internet services since 1996. Serving Northwest Ohio, Northeast Indiana, and Southern Michigan, Metalink offers high-speed internet with no data caps and no price hikes. Enjoy speeds up to 1 gigabyte, perfect for both home and business needs. Discover reliable, unlimited internet connectivity and world-class technical support. Visit Metalink.net or give them a call, 888-999-8002 today to learn more about our plans and services. Metalink, connecting your world. And we're brought to you by Kristen A. Stanton, attorney at law, facing bankruptcy or family legal challenges in Northwest Ohio. Kristen A. Stanton, attorney at law, is here to help. With over 2 decades of experience, Kristen specializes in Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 bankruptcy, as well as divorce and child custody cases. She offers personalized, compassionate legal support to guide you through tough times. Conveniently located right here in Defiance, Kristen provides affordable, competitive fees and flexible appointment times. Start your new chapter today by visiting KristenStantonLaw.com or give her a call at 419-784-0200. Kristen A. Stanton, your advocate for a brighter future. So I want to thank our sponsors for being with us again. plenty of ways to be able to watch all the action on Thunder on the River today. I want to thank you for either joining us on NWOhio.live, 24 Media, or Abundant TV. We are glad that you've decided to take in a little bit of the Thunder on the River. So again, we are now going to finish up some cleanup here, and we'll send the 20 Superstock Hydros back out onto the course. So while they're doing all that, we'll take a quick break here and come back with more Thunder on the River. And so after having some issues the first time out on the course, looks like we're now ready to go with our 20 Superstock Hydros. Had to wave off their first heat, so it looks like they are ready to be out once again. Give this a second chance. So Will Martin in the 84, Sean Acalisi in the 109, Chris Dyer in the 151, Sean Klein in the 145 are the four scheduled to go. Looks like we're going to have three of the four ready to go. White flag is up already, so that tells us that they will begin in less than a minute.
Chris Dyer, North Ridgeville, Ohio.
Looks like the 151, 145, 109, three out there. So don't know about Will Martin in the 84. So our racers trying to get this to the line. When it gets to zero, there is a clock, as we've said, located at the start-finish line. The flying start, you have to get to the line at zero. You also want to be as close as you can be to full speed when we begin. So down the front stretch they go, and it looks like we are underway. Our 20 Superstock Hydro.
Alaska, so Will Martin is in the 145. Okay, they started okay. All boats
Looks
are
like
legal.
a good start there.
Wait a second, it looks like they're all right. We still have a green flag, excuse me. I don't think that was the start, or was it? Was that the start?
Yeah, it looks like right now this is two-boat race. Pretty spread out the start here in our 20 Superstock Hydros.
They're on their final lap. Number 3 laps will make it roll. We're going to spread them out here right now. Here's Dyer.
Chris Dyer in the 151 out in front early.
45. I believe that's Will Martin. And Sean Kolaski's coming in on the turn right now.
Sean Klein in the 145 running in the second spot. Sean Acalisi in the 109 coming up in third as they've spread themselves out a little bit here in their first heat.
And coming around right now. They're on their second lap, and we'll see what happens as they come. Leading right now, the way is Chris Dyer. Chris Dyer, D-Y-E-R.
Well, that lead is closed up a little bit as our leaders head right here to turn 2. Is that sun beginning to make another appearance? It's been off and on throughout the day. One thing that's been constant has been the breeze. And now a good battle going on for the lead. Sean Klein in the 145 to the inside. Able to use some power, get around Chris Dyer in the 151. Leaders head towards turn number 1 now as they'll come around for what should be their final lap.
He's only 14 years old.
So they come still neck and neck. Come the leaders down our back stretch. So battling it out. They were side by side. They were around turn 2 the last time, and it looks like they're going to be close to it again. Trying to use a little bit of power. Now, who's able to get the better line? Hugging that inside, it's the 145 of Klein. Here comes Chris Dyer in the 151. This one is going to be close as they go all the way to the line. And we're going to see how this is going to play out.
This is in the 20 SS H class boat. As they run it.
Super Stock Hydros finishing up. And that is one of the better and closer races that we've had throughout the day.
The junior division in the runabout. This is the Hydro. This is a totally different boat. She's allowed.
We saw kind of interesting the different ways of getting the launch. We had a couple. It looked like a little tow. I don't know what would you. It looks like a giant. What it looks like is a giant golf cart bag, right? A giant bag and cart. Well, some just carry it and plop them in, and then some have carts and just kind of very gently ease them into the water. So it looks like once everyone is ready to go, they'll fire them up.
Okay, the official finish. We couldn't see the finish line at that time. We just got word. It was boat 151. Chris Dyer from.
So there you hear it from Jamie Blank, PA announcer. Chris Dyer, the official winner of our 20 Super Stock Hydro. There, that one was kind of close, and we're located closer to turn 2, not quite right at the finish line. So we should head back to, again, our A Hydros. See if we can get you some names again to go with some of these competitors. Should see Elliot Allen in the 52, Andrew Basic in the 121, Lizzie Martin in the 60. So the A Hydros have the green flag. So 3-minute clock now has begun. So white flag up here. So under a minute now left.
1 minute for our boaters. As you can see out there, they're really spread way apart. We'll watch and see. 60 seconds to the flying start. That our third guy out there gets a chance to cut in early and make it over. We'll see how well they go as they start lining up in their lanes. And
so everyone looks like they are getting ready to go.
Slowing down right now, right in front of the announcer's stand.
So there a good shot of Elliot Allen in the 52. Also see Lizzie Martin in the 60. Looks like Lizzie having a little bit of an issue. Trying to get this to the line. We also see the 121 of Andrew Basic as flags are up. Looks like we're good to go here with the start of our A Hydros.
Okay, we heard it there on the radio. All boats made it. It's a 3-lap race now. He was able to pull that out at the end, coming off a plane, and then able to get it back up.
So it looks like, as you heard the PA announcer Jamie Blank say, it looks like the start is pretty good, and we are good to go. So around turn number 1 they go, and they'll head down the back stretch over towards us in our broadcast spot just off turn number 2. So we've been told that these chutes about a half mile down to a corner. So they'll power it down to get around the corner. It looks like everyone around turn 2 okay to complete lap number 1. Elliot Allen from Lake Odessa, Michigan, out in front early in the 52, followed by Lizzie Martin in the 60 and the 121. That is Andrew Basic. So lap number 1 now complete. Ready to go for 2 more.
All in all, both are running real well. A little water to make up there, but it's anybody's race. You never know what can happen on a straightaway.
So back around turn number 1 they go. Headed through the back stretch. Being able to put together a pretty solid effort. Elliot Allen in that 52, pulling away from both Lizzie Martin and Andrew Basic. They're in a good battle for that second spot. As Elliot Allen will hold that down as far as he can as he comes second and third. Good battle there. Saw the wide turn there. Andrew Basic in the 121 trying to stay out of the wake of Lizzie Martin in the 60 as they continue to battle for second. So they'll head around turn number one once again. And down the back stretch they come here. So white flag up. So just one more lap left here in our A Hydro class. It's another lap for Elliot Allen, who powers his way around turn two. Nice and easy, making sure everything's all right. See him leaning a little bit to the left, but he's got that thing straight and he's got it balanced. And it looks like Elliot Allen is going to cruise to the heat race win in our A Hydro class. I'll see how this race for second plays out. Now it is Basic in the 121 who is going to hold off Lizzie Martin for the second spot. So pretty good competitive race there. It's the A Hydros, their second heat complete. So they will get them off the course. We'll get the next heat in. And while they do that, we'll take a break here as you watch Thunder on the River. And just about ready to go for the start of our 850 modified Hydros. Also, I believe now known as the F class Hydros. So you see the green flag. That is the boat here being shown. So our drivers have 3 minutes. So we heard these screamers earlier in one of the best races we had so far. Jason Dirksen in the 30, Josh Kimball in the 32, Travis Rice in the 66 will be the 3 competitors. So you see Travis Rice out there. So I have that 3-minute clock, which is all the time you need to sign up for Tuvu, the social media platform designed with your values in mind. Connect with family, friends, and your community in a safe, uplifting environment. Share your moments, support your loved ones, and discover inspiring content every day. With Tuvu, your privacy and peace of mind come first. No ads, no distractions, just pure connection. Join the movement where real relationships matter. Sign up today, tuvu.com, and experience social media the way it should be. Tuvu, where you belong.
Less than 3 minutes to start of the flying. Start right down here. We start finish line. Drivers can see a clock as it counts down.
So looks like just one so far in. The green flag was being shown here on our end. And so far, just one competitor.
And we'll hope to see what happens in this next shot around.
Looks like one of the boats now being distracted by the Williams aerial media drone that's been working with us today. So again, so far we've seen Travis Rice in the 66. See what happens here the rest of the competitors. So white flag, so looks like down to just under 60 seconds before we begin with this one. So Rice will try to time his start. Now continue to make his way around. Rice looks like he's going to be the only one here in our 850s or the F Hydros. So Travis Rice from Franklin, Pennsylvania. making his way around.
Time. That's okay. Going for the best time. His division, where he only had points. He placed second in our first heat. So the second heat, I want to see.
So Travis Rice
He's screwing down.
make his way around here. Let's see, we'll come around turn number 2. No one really competing against him right now. Is able to take his time without any real issue. Seems to get that without a problem. Now he'll head around. He'll come around turn number 1 once again.
Four-cylinder running that way. And Tom Hardy able to make it 10,000.
And now we do see the black flag being shown here. So it looks like Rice will take his machine back to the shore. So I believe that will lead to, on the second heat, for our 20 Superstock Hydros. Before we get to that, we want to tell you that you need to join Metalink.net, where we've been providing unparalleled internet services since 1996. Serving Northwest Ohio, Northeast Indiana, and Southern Michigan, Metalink offers high-speed internet with no data caps and no price hikes. Enjoy speeds up to 1 gigabyte, perfect for both home and business needs. Discover reliable, unlimited internet connectivity and world-class technical support. Visit Metalink.net or call them at 888-999-8002 today to learn more about our plans and services. Metalink, connecting your world. And are you facing bankruptcy or family legal challenges in Northwest Ohio? Kristen A. Stanton, attorney at law, is here to help. With over 2 decades of experience, Kristen specializes in Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 bankruptcy, as well as divorce and child custody cases. She offers personalized, compassionate legal support to guide you through tough times. Conveniently located in Defiance, Ohio, Kristen provides affordable, competitive fees and flexible appointment times. Start your new chapter today by visiting KristenStantonLaw.com, calling 419-784-0200. Kristen A. Stanton, your advocate for a brighter future. So if you liked what you've seen here, NWOhio.live, 24 Media, and Abundant TV, they will be back, Trora will be back tomorrow, back here in Defiance for more action. So, if you want to come check it out in person, feel free to come downtown here. Plenty of spots. All, by the way, free to come watch. It's a small charge if you want to maybe walk through the pits and take a look at some of how all this works. So I want to thank, again, our sponsors, also Williams Aerial Media for bringing us some of the drone shots. So I want to thank John and Nicholas for all the work they've done. So green flag up. So 3 minutes now on the clock for our 20 Superstock Hydro. Should see Will Martin in the 84, Sean Acalisi in the 109, Chris Dyer in the 151, Sean Klein in the 145. Those are the 4. And looks like the 4 out there. So white flag now being displayed. So under a minute to go before we begin our 20 Superstock Hydro.
Same place, same time we'll be going. Also, we have more races that we do this patrol change. At this time, we'd like to say thank you to Williams Aerial Williams Media for their great coverage as well as all.
So our guys, looks like everyone getting ready to go. Milling around here near us in turn 2, trying to get the timer just right.
I do believe they'll be leaving us after this race, and we'll continue with the last division. We sure appreciate them spending all this time out here with about 6 o'clock this morning setting up.
And it looks like trying to get that timer right. And looks like we are underway with our 20 Superstock Hydro.
I believe, is in the 109 Bodega.
See what happens as everyone comes around turn one. They're going to head down the backstretch towards us over by turn number 2.
But remember, it's at the turns is where you can win or lose this race. You got 3 laps you got to do. Doesn't seem like very much, but I'll tell you, after going that fast and lay it basically on your stomach on the water, it is something.
See how the leaders can handle this turn 2 here. Good luck as the top 2 pulling away from 3rd and 4th. He's trying to get a tight turn to the inside. This is the 145. Sean Klein running in 2nd behind Chris Dyer in the 151. These two had nearly the photo finish earlier in their first heat, coming to that finish line, which is down near the boat launch and just a little bit away from our view. So here they come around turn 1 again as the leaders trying to put on another great show. Had one interesting heat. Can they make it 2? And now here they come around the backstretch, headed for us at turn number 2 once again. So make that turn. Dyer likes that higher line. While Sean Klein continues to hug as close as he can to those buoys. Buoys are the out of bounds. You'd have to stay to the outside of those. No cutting corners, if you will. If you're familiar with dirt track racing like I am, maybe the universal tractor tire that there is at every racetrack. So leaders come around as the white flag is being displayed to them. So they're going to come around for their final lap.
Next race will be up around Kalamazoo, Michigan next weekend.
So our leaders coming around our second turn once again. Will they put on another show? It doesn't look like it's going to be quite as close of a finish as it was the first time around, but it looks like Chris Dyer in the 151 will score heat race win number 2. So that is going to be one of the better races that we've had. So it looks like that's going to wrap up our coverage of Thunder on the River. So I want to thank everyone for joining us, whether it was through us and our YouTube channel at nwohio.live or between our new partnership with our friends at 24 Media and Abundant TV. So want to do we officially welcome Rob aboard now? Thank him for everything he's done for us. We also want to thank our sponsors who made our day possible, including the Tuvu app. Give them a look. You can check them out at tuvu.com. Also want to thank metalink.net and Kristen A. Stanton, attorney at law. So that's going to wrap up our coverage. Want to thank everyone in making our day possible. Starts with our producer and director, Ken Reeker. And thank Nick and John for the work they've done on the cameras. So for all of us at nwohio.live and for 24 Media and Abundant TV, I'm Randy Roberts. Thanks for watching, everyone.